If you were to Google what life was, you would get the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter. But what is the meaning of life? If you were to ask me, it's whatever you want. But for most of you, that answer won't cut it. People in general want something to look forward to and give a reason for their existence. In Book 1 of Aristotle's Ethics, he describes this question as the most confusing question of humanity. Aristotle argues that everything has a purpose, and that purpose is to obtain happiness. According to Aristotle, happiness consists in achieving, through the course of a whole lifetime, all the goods that lead to the perfection of human nature and to the enrichment of human life. But what does that mean? To put in layman's terms, everything you do and achieve is to better your life and that of humanity. Religion has been used throughout history to explain why things are the way they are. But in 1715, at the start of the Age of Enlightenment, religion would begin to be scrutinized, and new ideas would be made public. These new ways of thinking were incredibly dangerous, because they went against the teachings and laws made by the elite, who saw these ideas as threatening to their way of life. But these ideas would grow throughout the years, and would eventually spread faster than they would be contained. Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche was born on the 15th of October, 1844. He was born into a very respectable family at the time, and had a decent childhood, as decent as one could have at the time. He spent his teenage years acquainting himself with lesser known and radical poets of the time, such as Friedrich Hölderlin and Ernest Ortolin. It was through their teachings that Nietzsche developed the belief that historical research debunked the central teachings of Christianity. Nietzsche believed in a form of philosophy known as nihilism. Nihilism is a belief that rejects general or fundamental aspects of human existence. Different nihilist positions hold that human values are baseless, that life is meaningless, that knowledge is impossible, or that some set of entities do not exist, or are meaningless or pointless. Nietzsche saw nihilism as the outcome of repeated frustrations and the search for meaning of life. Atheism first emerged in the 16th century. With the spread of free thought, skeptical inquiry, and subsequent increase in criticism of religion, atheism became a new way to look at life. Proponents of atheism believe that there is no God or higher power that controlled or influenced the lives of everyday people. They believe that the purpose of life is to procreate and continue the human species. This went against the teachings of the church at the time and was heavily scrutinized and persecuted. The church saw it as a threat to their way of life. They lobbied hard to the monarchy to punish and silence the believers and teachers of atheism. Opponents of atheism were labeled as heretics and often sent to the gallows to be hung or decapitated for spreading or just mentioning atheism. Christianity is one of the oldest and most described religions in the world. Christianity began in the 1st century CE, after Jesus died and was said to be resurrected. Throughout the Roman Empire, Christianity would become widely accepted. Even though Christians were persecuted at first, Christianity would later become the official religion of the Roman Empire. Proponents of Christianity believe purpose or meaning of life is to serve God and spread His word. They use the Bible as proof to existence and spread their religion. According to the Bible, in John 17:3, the meaning of life is to know Jesus Christ, and this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. The meaning of life would be incomplete without knowing Jesus, as the one who came to restore God's original design in us. It is through Christianity that millions, if not billions, of people throughout history have found meaning in their lives. Buddhism, founded in the late 16th century BCE, by Siddhartha Gautama, aka Buddha, is an important religion in most of the countries of Asia. The Buddha was born into an aristocratic family in the Shakya clan, but would eventually denounce their way of life and begin a life of meditation. It was a popular belief in that time that after someone had passed, they would be reincarnated to live a new life. Society was based on a class system. It was believed that how you lived your prior life would determine the class in which you would be reincarnated into. Buddhists believe that the meaning of life consists not in restricting desires so as to achieve happiness in this life. Rather, the Buddhist claims that life has meaning only if it's understood as a mere stepping stone to an enlightenment in which the self escapes from worldly concern. Buddhists seek to reach a state of nirvana. They believe that one's purpose in life is to end suffering as a result of constantly trying to strive to have more than they do. Judaism is the world's oldest monotheistic religion, dating back nearly 4,000 years. Judaism is considered by religious Jews to be the covenant that God established with the children of Israel. Jews believe that if you could perceive something as so important that you will sacrifice your own life for it, then your life has weight and purpose. To live a decent life here and now, but to do so in a way that continues the covenant between God and one's people is a core tenet of their belief. There are many religions in the world, each following their own sets of beliefs and customs. They each try to provide some purpose or meaning to our lives. While some religious beliefs are more common than others, each and every one of them is as important as the next. Some people find their lives are better when they have some sort of purpose. No matter how significant or not their lives may be, it still helps to have some meaning to the mundane and repetitive days. So, what is the meaning of life? Well, in reality, it's whatever helps you get through the day, whether it's through serving a God, helping those in need, or simply possessing the bare minimum to survive. One thing is for certain, we will all die someday, and what we do before that day comes, that is the meaning of life. Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. It means a whole lot. Thank you, and if I got anything wrong or mispronounced anything, I'm sorry. If you want to let me know down in the comments, I would truly appreciate it.